Hey YouTubers, it's Tony with Mayberry Mini Trucks. Today is Saturday, September 9th, 2023, and I have an audience today. We have two resident dogs, one there and one there, and they are like Eng and Chang, the Siamese twins, who, by the way, lived right down the road about a mile, and you can see the bunker house from our back porch. And if any of you remember, if any of you used to read the Guinness World Book of Records when you were a kid, they were in there. And so that's kind of our claim to fame. Of course, Mayberry, but in White Plains, where you can see traces of the descendants, you can see some of the Asian, the Thai, in the some of the people in White Plains, and it's how many years later? So that's kind of cool. And so yeah, and this is for Gus in Florida, and Gus is a long distance customer. And our long distance customers haven't actually been here. Gus is going to watch this video, and then if he likes what he sees, he'll then come up and look at it in person, and then either return with the truck or have the truck delivered, whatever works best for him in his situation. He'll let us know. And so let's go ahead and let's continue on with this communication process so Gus can get a good feel for the actual condition of the truck in as much as that's within our control. So here we go. Oh, so this is a 1995 Mitsubishi Mini Cab with 36,118 miles, 4x4 5-speed, high and low transfer case, and it says with air conditioning, but we're going to check that air conditioning and see how that works. And that's four-wheel drive is on. Now it's off. The reason I did that is because we're going to drive it on the asphalt, and you don't want to drive a mini truck on the asphalt or any hard surface in four-wheel drive. So this is a factory Mitsubishi weep hole. All Mitsubishi have that. Got a little surface rust right there. Now looking for dings. There are none. On the front of this truck, we have a tiny little patch of surface rust right there. That's the other weep hole. Coming up the windshield pillar. And now the roof has touch-up paint. So I think I'm looking at touch-up paint where there was surface rust. And I believe they tried to address the surface rust. That's fairly common to have surface rust on these ribs. Not common, but common enough. And they, it looks like, treated that by putting paint on it. The Japanese are very fastidious about preserving things, and they use paint to do that. So you'll see touch-up paint a lot on a K truck. Sometimes you won't. Sometimes they'll just not be in the best shape, but a lot of times you'll see that touch-up paint. We have a ding right here. And a scratch there, a little bubble there, a little peck there of surface rust, a peck there, a peck there. Coming down the door post, looking good. There's that ding I pointed out earlier. This is a new tire. This is an Ironman, and that is an 8-ply tire. So we replaced this tire because obviously it didn't pass, so we had to replace it. And the 8-ply is a much better tire. It's just a heavier construction. Boy, that is oh, I almost said ding free. It has one ding right there. That is almost a ding free side panel. That is nice. And you can see again, here's touch up paint. So they touched up where you might get seam rust, and seam rust is a very common phenomena. There's the bottom side of the bed. Get up there. This is a Bridgestone, beautiful tire. Good looking wheel. Good looking wheel. Let's look at the bed. Nice. You can see where they put touch-up paint on the bolt heads. So that's I appreciate that. Little touch-up paint right there. So touch-up paint, it works. It works. And so these people believed in it and practiced it. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So this is a shot of the tailgate. And this tailgate has a dent there, a ding there. The plastic looks very nice. Boy, good looking spare tire. The plastic there looks very nice. And the bed looks great. You can see touch-up paint in the back. The side panel of the bed is pretty much ding free. It's just got the slightest ding from the inside out right there, and one here and one here. But you can see what I mean by touch-up paint, where they touched it up to prevent oxidization. There's your engine cover. Nice battery. Mitsubishis are wonderful when it comes to battery replacement, because a lawnmower battery, which is what you use, you get it from Walmart, it's ready for that kind of battery terminal. I mean, that's just one of the small things that is really convenient about a Mitsubishi. Nice Bridgestone again. And then we also replaced the front tire on this side. So that's another 8-ply brand new tire. Okay, so let's look. Here's the door pillar. Now this door has peeling of clear coat, I believe, is what we're looking at there. So the clear coat has peeled, I believe. That's my best attempt of accurately assessing that. Nice. You can see the underside of the door. A little bit of rust blemish right there in the corner. This is the inside of the wheel well on the passenger side. Now let's look under the floor mat. Nice. That's really what you want to see right there. There is your jack and toolkit. Never been used. Guarantee it. That's been there since day one. Nice. Okay. Mitsubishis are notorious for one thing, for that hinge being broken. This one is not broken, but when it does, you use double-sided tape and you put tape on the back side of that hinge, and that remedies that. Okay, now let's look at the door here. So this piece of door trim has come, or not door trim, weather stripping or door seal. I'm sorry. The fastener is there and the hole is there. I just can't put it back on with one hand. So be aware of that. All right. Nice. Really nice. Beautiful. There's your brake fluid. Okay, and we are in two-wheel drive. And okay, so the compressor is running. So let's see if it cools the air. Better take this down. So we are in fifth gear, and boy, are we flying already. I better watch my speed. We're going 80 kilometers. That is 50 miles per hour. And I guess because I'm in fifth gear. You know, it's easy to be in fifth gear when you're going down a hill because the truck wants to accelerate even if you were just rolling. So you can do that kind of thing down a hill. All right, so now the air's cooling, but it's not cold. So this thing really has great power. I mean, it just jumps right up to 100 kilometers per hour. So I can tell right off the bat that this thing has exceptional power. You know, you can just tell because I've done so many thousands of these test drives. When you get in it, you can tell just about the moment you started because you learn these little signs of the truck's character. And Mitsubishis have the most power, hands down, of any mini truck. They just do. And you see videos of people, what's got the most horsepower? Subaru. No, they don't. They just don't. People say, oh, well, it's a four-cylinder. It's got to have more power. That's just not accurate. It's just not accurate. They are the smoothest. They run like butter, but they don't have the most horsepower. Mitsubishis do. And I don't know if it's the head design or the combustion chamber, the compression ratio, or the design of the exhaust manifold or intake manifold, or what it is. But they do like to fly through the RPMs instead of be pushed through the RPMs. So now we're going 30 kilometers per hour in fifth gear, and we are accelerating up this hill. And that's really what you want to see. You want to have this truck in a very adverse condition, which this is, very adverse, going up a steep hill at a slow speed in fifth gear. We were starting at 18 or 19 miles per hour, and now we're accelerating up this steep hill. And that is the most valuable piece of information that we can have on this test drive, is that this thing has incredible power. So that is a successful outcome. And so good test drive. And I really like it when we get to put it through the ringer, so to speak. And so Gus in Florida, 36,000 mile Mitsubishi, low miles. That's all we get are low mileage trucks. I don't bring in anything with high miles because it pays. There's a correlation between low miles and longevity, low miles and condition, low miles and performance. High miles, not a good idea. Let high miles be after you've owned the thing for 10 years, And so that's our approach, and it works. So again, we have serviced the truck with full synthetic 5W30 engine oil. We've replaced the air filter, the oil filter. We recommend you buy a few air filters. They're cheap, but of paramount importance. They're $20 a piece. We don't charge extra for anything else. All the paperwork, all the processing, the administrative stuff is all included. The only thing you might want to do is get some air filters, and if you have it delivered, obviously there's a charge for that. It's $2 per mile one way. So if you're 200 miles away, it's $400. And it's obviously not something we do to make a bunch of money, it's to accommodate the sale of the vehicle. And our website is mayberryminitrucks.com. Our email address is sales@mayberryminitrucks.com. And our phone number is 336-777-9957. And we'd like to ask you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit notification. If you do that, it helps us with our search analytics, and it helps you to become apprised as when we have put up a video. And then you can see, hey, here's what just came off the ship, because we do a lot of those videos. We have 110 on the way. I think it was 60 or 70 that are here now at the port. I added it up a few videos ago. And then we have more on the water. So if anybody knows what my condition is called, why I have this fixation with this off the wall, off the chart amount of mini trucks. I have 260 here now in Mount Airy. I have 46 plus 12 plus 5 is 46 plus 12 is 58 plus 5 is 63. So I have 63 at the port. And I already brought 3 of the 5 back. So anyway, we got a bunch here now. And then several on the water. I think it was like 110 total or something when you add everything together. So yeah, let me know what my condition is called. I think it's called mini truckitis. And but I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. We do deliver. And so if we deliver the truck to you, I mean, Gus, if he comes here, he's going to look at it and see if he likes it and buy the truck, and then we'll deliver it. But typically, when somebody's long distance, they don't actually come and see the truck. So for like somebody in Massachusetts, as is the case earlier, he will only put down the deposit, which is equal to the delivery fee. So if he puts down, whatever the delivery fee is, I think he said it was 1,500, that will be his deposit. And then we bring the truck, and then he pays for the truck. Doesn't that make much more sense to not pay for something before you've actually received it? That's how we do it. It just makes sense. But only if you go through a very extensive communication process, which we like to say that we do. We have a 100% track record. We've never had anybody be disappointed when we show up with a truck. Their expectations when we arrive with the truck are always met, if not exceeded. So thank you for watching our video.